Good win. Tough place to play. Well-coached football team. A lot of respect for this organization, their coaching staff, their players. Hard-fought win and a team win. Hard to do, especially late in the year on the road. Our guys, they showed up today. They stood up. They knew this would be a challenge, and they rose to the occasion. I'll start with the defense. The big takeaway after half was huge. Takeaway and score. Then the ensuing drive, get another takeaway. CB, I believe it was Joey on the sack fumble. But even bigger than that was stopping the run. Our defense came out. They did a great job. Bobby and the defensive staff all week long coaching it up, getting our fits right. Fourth down stop was obviously big for us. Offensively, once we stopped beating ourselves in the first half with penalties and turn the ball over, played more of a complimentary game and one first down. The rushing offense was incredible, especially against that defense. Well-coached team, like I said before, tough front to run it against, and we were able to stay in some positive third down situations where we're not in third and long. 240-plus yards rushing, and then key completions with Josh, sometimes moving around a little bit in the pocket, and that 4-minute drive was really like a 8-minute drive, I think it was, but big-time drive right there for us, and then capping it off with a field goal to win it. So all in all, great effort. Certainly things we can work on, but good to come on the road and show our toughness.
Sean, your defense, really since the second half of Houston, has kind of taken it up to a different level. Why all of a sudden? What has changed, you think, in the defensive performance?
Maybe more understanding. Guys just, kind of just flying around, playing relentless style football. Well, they work hard during the week and take a lot of pride in their work. So I couldn't be happier with the way they played tonight.
Coach, I know the defense got smart things with the two takeaways that are back-to-back.
Yeah.
When Josh got hit on the slide, and there was no flag. Obviously, his teammates came to his defense, but I don't know, all of a sudden it looked like the mojo got kicked into gear on offense. Did you sense some of that juice that came from that play?
I would hope so, right? I would hope so, like you would. I expect you to be out there right with them, Chris, So you put a hit like that on our quarterback, yeah, the sideline's going to erupt. The team's going to back our quarterback like they would any player. So that's what I expected to see. That's what they did, and it was what it was. So.
You probably mentioned it during your opening statement. I came in a little late. I apologize, but Anderson and Demark stepping in. There's some video of you at the end of the game there when they're coming into the locker room. Alec, fix you even up. Pretty emotional. But for those guys to step in, Josh not to be sacked, to rush for 250 yards, what does it say about the job they did?
Well, those guys knew. They knew the challenge that was in front of them. Their teammates supported them. They didn't blink. They really didn't. I thought it was a great move by the coaches in terms of how they had it set up. Coach Cromer, Coach Gunn, and Joe, obviously. And, those guys did not bat an eye at all. And I love that. That's who this team is. Guys go down, guys step in, do a phenomenal job, and just, again, the toughness of our football team on display.
Did the wrestler and you come out when Alec picked you up for all that?
I know better.
You had the ball 42 minutes in this game. That's kind of insane for the NFL.
Yeah.
You can't lose. It's almost impossible to lose a game like that, right? You didn't lose.
Let's not go there. Let's not jinx it, right? No, I mean, when you do that, to your point, it's how you control the game, and you play the game on your terms. And once we got through the turnovers in the first half, you really saw the fruits of their labor. We were driving the ball in the first half against a good defense, and then we were shooting ourselves in the foot with a couple of false start penalties and then losing the ball. So that was really the message at halftime more than anything, is to take care of the ball and make sure we're executing the way we know how to execute.
Earlier in the week, you said something pretty effective. When you think of the Steelers, you think of a physical brand of football. Considering what you did both on defense and in the ground game, what can you see about your team sort of stepping up to that challenge task?
Yeah, no, I think people who play the Steelers know. I mean, it's a storied franchise for a reason, and they pride themselves in playing great defense and physical brand of football. I know Mike. I've known him for a long time, and he he takes a lot of pride in that, and I respect it. So, but we're not going to be out physical, and our guys know that. So they know what we stand for as well, and what Buffalo Bills football is about also. So, that came out in our football team tonight, and it was good to see.
You mentioned the turnovers. I think it's to 11 in 4 games. You're making it tough on yourself when that happens. What do you attribute those to?
If I knew, I'd get it. We'd get it to stop. But you can't turn the ball over multiple times. Fortunately, we got the 2 after half and scored on defense. But we can't keep doing it. It's a very risky way to live, and we've already lived that life more than we want to and more than we can afford to.
Shaq Thompson seems to just step up for you guys time after time when you need him. Again, including tonight. What's he done to fit in so well into this defense?
Yeah, well, he knows the defense coming from Carolina. He's a dog. He plays with an edge. He leads with his voice. Did a great job leading the team this week. Spoke to the team. I think it was Friday, I believe it was, and stood right up there and challenged them. And that's what leadership is right there. There's a couple different ways to lead. That's one of them.
You mentioned the takeaway there at this first play of scrimmage in the second half, the
Yeah.
sack from Bosa. How big was that? And to see him make an impact play like that in that situation.
We needed it. No, it was a huge play. And when you come out, we got the field goal before half. We wanted to come away with 7. But it was important we got points because that was a long, time-consuming drive, drained them of their timeouts. But they were getting the ball after half as well. So that was, hey, can we double dip? And not only did we get off 3 and out, but we turned it, took the takeaway there and scored on defense, and then an ensuing drive after that, and took it away again. We gave our offense good field position. So that was part of it. Is like, can our special teams and our defense set up our offense and scoring position throughout the game, knowing that they were going to have a uphill battle.
Sean, what was the benefit of not pushing them back on the extra point? 'Cause
Yeah.
With the coverage guys not moving back 15, it doesn't make. I don't know. I understand.
No,
it's kicked out of bounds, but why not make them kick the 47-yarder as a win?
Which one are you on now?
The
Because there's a
extra
couple
point.
different.
You
Our
had the
extra
penalty.
point.
They had the penalty, and they had to kick. It would have been a 47-yard extra point for them.
Yeah.
You chose to take it on the kickoff,
Yeah.
but with the coverage guys not moving back,
Yeah.
it really didn't.
No, it's a tough decision, and especially like they're going, hey, can we get really? I was thinking, can we get field position for our offense because we didn't to that point we hadn't had great field position, so I wanted to see if we could create some field position. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but those are tough ones, week to week, and you kind of end up resulting a little bit off of it, right? Is hey, yeah, I wish I had it back. So there's then you get the penalty that we had a chance to put it on the 1 and go for 2, and we've tried that before. That's kind of a trend that's going around the league that people are getting away from doing it. So it's a new game, and so you got some tough decisions week to week. But we take the good with the bad, and go back and reevaluate it. But those aren't easy. They got a good kicker either way. So he's a strong leg kicker, which maybe for some. And I went out early, watched him in pregame warm up, and he was pretty accurate.
Sean, I apologize.
Last one.
I
Yeah.
apologize if you were asked about this, but the hit on Josh's slot.
Yeah.
We've talked to a couple of your players about it. It sounds like that kind of really changed the game and kind of like woke them up and reignited them. Did you get that sense from your perspective?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely caused a stir on our sideline. That was nose to nose, nobody backing down. They weren't backing down, we weren't backing down, and we came to play. And so you hit our quarterback like that, there's going to be, you're going to spark our team a little bit. So, it was what it was.